YouTube Nation, welcome back for yet another top 10 list. This time we're talking about the worst vintage WWF Hasbro action figures. The worst, the top 10. There are several of these I could have put in, but I didn't because I started picking on a mechanism. The little jumpers, I hated the jumpers. So you may see a lot of jumpers in this. And that may have skewed my picks a little bit. But I need you all to comment down below. I need you to give me a thumbs up. Ho! Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below on what you thought your top 10 or where I just totally screwed up on this list. But let's start off at number 10. Shall we? All right, starting off the top 10 worst, the Ugandan giant Kamala. As an LJN, I loved this figure. As a Hasbro, I hated it. I hated that such a big figure was very minimized and put kind of into not so big stature. Also hate the fact that a moon and a star is the difference between $1,000 and $10. Number 9, one of the Rockers. This is the Rockers version of Marty Jannetty. Reason I never really liked this is because his legs would get stuck up in him from time to time. Interesting that the Rockers were a 2-pack, and later on, one of the hard-to-find Marty Jannetty is a repaint and a retool of Shawn Michaels. Number 8, the African Dream Akeem. I probably would have liked this figure if the hat would have came off. For some reason for me, the hat being on the head just did not do it for me. That's really the only thing. Size, comparison, everything did it. I just didn't like the hat. Number 7, the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich himself. Awesome gimmick for the Texas Tornado because he's a tornado and he's got the tornado twist. However, if you're doing anything else with him with his 2 arms out that way, the playability just kind of stunk. Number 6 for me, Coco Beware with Frankie the Parrot. I wasn't a big Coco Beware fan. I hated that bird. And he just looked like a big old jelly roll with legs coming out of him. So I really didn't like him all that much. Number 5, the Mountie with the shock stick. Again, I would have loved this figure more if it was more wrestling compatible. Take the hat off, maybe no sunglasses, and you got it. But it's just an interview figure for me the way it looks. Coming in at number 4, Super Fly. Jimmy Snuka, love his hands. His crazy eyes are the thing. He's a flyer and the only one that should be a flyer. I just hate the fact how big his upper is and how low or little his low is. Oh, yell at me now. Oh, yeah. I hate this figure of the Macho Man Randy Savage. I know a lot of people love it. The playability for this was non-existent. It's a jumper, which makes sense with the big elbow, but when you're in full garb, it's just another interview figure for me. One of my favorite wrestlers of the 1980s and 90s, Ravishing Rick Rude. When I got this figure as a kid, his arm that punched right there that you see broke, and all he could do was just do the Rude Awakening, and it wasn't the only one that broke like that. And number 1 for me has to be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Nothing in this figure you can do. It's got 19 capes. He's more of a superhero than he is anything. The wrestling capability in my wrestling fed was not very good for this one. All right, that's my top 10 worst Hasbro WWE figures. Leave a like, give me a comment, let me know which ones I messed up on, why you think they should or shouldn't be there. I'd love for you to share it. I'd love for you to like it. I'd love for you to comment. Peace out, home skillets.